Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Melody Lynn. We are back on Myst Island and we are going to continue on with the story. We have been to 2 ages, brought back 2 red pages, 2 blue pages, heard what Cirrus had to say, heard what Akinar has to say. Let's move on with our tower rotation to the next puzzle. Whoops, got a little carried away there. Here we go. There it is, right there. It's pointing at what is actually a large tree. But we're going to make sure by closing the door and opening up our way to the tower where we can get our clue. I did set this for random puzzles, so I'm sure it's going to be different than what I'm used to. As I said in the last video, I didn't do a proper exploration of this island because I already knew what was in each building and what was available. But when you play, you probably want to. Okay, this is looking down at a very large tree. You can move side to side a bit. You can see the clock tower. But if you get right in front of it, it's looking at a very large tree. So something about that very large tree. Let's go find out. First, before we leave, whoops, I'm getting hung up. Let's see, we have 230. Going to make a note of that. I could probably remember it, but you know. 230. And that's our key. Okay. Let's go back down and over by that large tree and see what's going on. Whoops! I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh. No, we want to go back down. We meant to stay down. We're just riding the elevator just for fun. Up and down, up and down. Just for fun. Okay. Let's come out here and open the door. Right here. And go down by the tree. We never did explore that building either, but that will be coming up. We have a cabin and a tree. A very large tree that has something, wow, special about it that we are going to discover. Let's go in here. A furnace and a tree. A safe. That's probably where our... Oh, we can turn this. Okay. Let's see. It was 2. 1, 2, 3, 0. And there we go. I am using the keyboard and mouse, but I have a controller hooked up and it's rattling a lot, and I think you might be hearing that. Okay, we're going to turn that to ignite. And it's lit. And we're hearing some booming going on, so let's go see what that's about. Our tree is growing. Up, up, up. It's an elevator. Look at that. We could get in there and we could go up with it. But we don't want to go up because that leads to nowhere. So we're going to let it continue to go up so we have time, because again, this is going to be timed. That's as high as it's going to go. We're going to go back in here and we are going to turn this down now. There we go. And we're going to go back. Whoops, if I can find the way. Before the tree passes our part. There we go, just in time. We got on the elevator. Let's see where it's taking us. Very dark. Oh, not so dark. Okay. This is a cool little area. This is going to lead to one of my favorite ages. Channel wood. Off we go. Here we are in Channelwood. Tall trees, swampy, pipes. And at least we have a walkway to walk on. And little controllers with spikes that I'm sure is going to direct water. These large spikes are new. There's a windmill off in the distance. Spirally staircase. That leads somewhere. We're going to go check out the windmill. Okay, it's bringing up water. I'm pouring it in there. I suppose providing power. That just stops it momentarily. Now we have water flowing through the hose. Yep, you can hear it. So we are going to direct this water not towards the staircase just yet. Let's direct it this way. We can still hear the water. We know which way it's going. Let's direct it this. Whoops. No, I want to direct it this way. Let's keep going this way. We have an elevator. Let's check out our elevator. Close the door, be safe. We've powered an elevator. And look at this, living among the trees. Isn't this cool? Could easily get lost up here though. Let's go over here to this square-shaped, rectangular-shaped building. Remember the book that had the map? Don't we wish we had that map now? Looks a little primitive, doesn't it? We could go that way, or we could go that way. Let's go this way. We have a basket hanging there. Different things. Would be so easy to get lost, wouldn't it? Let's go this way. Again, we have nobody to talk to give us directions. We didn't bring the map. There's that spiral staircase and another elevator. That isn't going to work, I don't believe, because we don't have power. Nope. No power over here. And we can't get through there. So there must be another way to open that door and go down the spiral staircase. Or come up, get power there and come up the spiral staircase. Let's go check out over here. See what we have. Nothing really. Continue down to this one. See what's here. We have a lot of pottery, a lot of baskets. And can easily get so lost. Looks a little rickety as we're going around it, doesn't it? I'm going to go check out over here. That other building looks a little more central, but I'm just being curious. Let's go back. We'll check out this building here. This has connections all around it. Wow, it's easy to get lost, isn't it? Let's go down here. And check out this one. Things have changed so much that I'm not even sure anymore where I want to go. I know that there used to be a lever that you could unlock that door from, But where that lever... Oh, there it is. There, the door is open. We don't want to walk off the edge. That would not be pleasant. Okay, let's make our way back over to the spirally staircase. Because we want to get that elevator powered up, don't we? Whoop, can't get through there. Yep, I'm going the right way. Wasn't sure for a minute. Sometimes can get turned around very easily. Okay, now we're going to get dizzy. Going down, 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 down. Down and around, down and around, down and around we go. Down, down, down. Here we are. And now we can open this gate. We need to get some power over here to power that elevator, because we want to see where it's going to take us. So, water redirection. We have water going there. And now we have water coming down here. Everything is water powered. This place is so cool. I think it's the favorite of a lot of people. The water and the trees and the dizzy spiral staircase. Okay, let's see if we have powered up. Whoops, where to go? The elevator. Got myself dizzy. Close the door. We have. Up we go to another level. You wonder where all the people went. Did Cirrus and Achenar chase them all away? It's very possible. They live in another area now. This is pretty straightforward, just leads us right through here. Through here. We can't go that way, we must go through. Alright. That was... Ooh. That was special. I like this though, this kind of island, tiki. Okay, let's go through here. Aha, a blue page. Yay! Rather barren, this must be Achenar, huh? That didn't do anything. Or I need to... Okay. So this is where he makes his recordings that we saw over there. What else do we have? Oh, the same. Just a close-up on the mouth. Uh-oh.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. Very interesting device you have here. Not erasing anything important in mind. Remember, he is preparing.
How did he know I'd be here? He must have somehow. That was Cirrus, by the way. Messing up. I bet if we go over here, we'll see a big Cirrus now. Can we get through here? Oh, see, now we can get through here, too, if we wanted to. Yep.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. Very
If we
interesting.
could eat Cirrus.
I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
Oh, whatever. Whatever, Cirrus. I don't trust you. I do not trust you, and I don't think I trust your brother. You two rivaling siblings. Okay, this wasn't the only way to go. Hiding back here is another place. Nicer, fancier, must be Cirrus. Look at this. Oh my gosh, the guy likes his luxury. Whoops. There was a fight. Apparently. What's in here? A dagger and bottle. I bet he likes his wine too. That thing's cool. More bottles. More bottles. He does like his wine, doesn't he? And cheese. And a red page. I'd rather live in Cirrus's place. In very plain view on Myst, and access can be easily if the simple, loud first located switches on the island. If these switches go to the rocket ship marker switch in the off position. Oh, see? That is very different. It used to be the one on the dock. Now it's the rocket ship marker. We must remember that. Okay. Got myself confused. We're going back down. We have the pages. We need to find the Myst book. I'm going to take the elevator down. Well, oh, we got to close the door. Close the door. I'll take the elevator down. That is our routine. Find the pages and then find the Myst book. We're going to go back down the spirally staircase and get dizzy all over again. This is just way, way cool. So there's our windmill in the distance. Very, very cool. Okay, we're going to redirect our water back down here. And redirect it again over to here. Make sure it's still with us. We don't want it going to a dead end. Okay. Yep. Still with us. We come to a dead end. Gap, but we've got power. Go. We can get across. There's another elevator over there that we want to power up. But we have no power. Oh, look at the frog. Oh, cool. Hoppity hoppity. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we have an elevator, but no power. So let's follow this pipe back and see where we need to get power. Oh, we need to fix a pipe connection. There we go. But we can't go back there, so we want power to come along here. Let's go back to where we have water and redirect it. And enjoy our walk among the trees and the swamp. I hope there's not alligators. Never seen anything like that, but you never know. Okay, we have power here. You can hear the water flowing. We don't have power over here. We don't have power over here. We do here. Let's redirect our water. Be thinking where we wanted to go. Let's redirect our water again. See where this leads us. Keep our water going this way, and we're at a dead end. So that wasn't the way we wanted to go. Where does this one goes to? Here. Down here to that one. And we don't want to go that way either. I think this is where we want to fix it. Have our water go this way. We want to go to that far over there. So let's fix this one. Here we go. Now we're going over there. We're powering that far elevator with the fireflies. Okay, or lightning bugs, or whatever you call those things. They obviously don't come from the south, where those are common. Let's make our way back to the elevator now that we've powered it up. I don't like to rush through here. I just think it's so peaceful and beautiful and relaxing. But I will take my time. Okay, we should hear water. We do hear water. We did it. I suppose that's to call the elevator if it's up. It used to be you had to come back here, redirect the water again to get the second page. But now we carry both pages with us, which is very nice. Up we go. And there is the Myst book. Let's go back to the library and give them their pages. See what they have to say for themselves. Okay, we have a red page. Let's move. We have a blue page. Shall we listen to Cirrus first?
Each page I can see you more clearly. Soon, I will be free from this horrible prison, this book. You must visit the one remaining age which you have not. I am confident that clear to you that my brother Akira is demented. He is guilty. He took advantage of the freedom our father had given us long. I can now begin to gain a twisted pleasure, conquest and destruction. I ask you again. Do not retrieve the blue pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other ages of Myst. I never will escape. To release me, you must simply bring the red page. And I will tell you the story that I, your wisdom, will see that I am innocent and he is guilty. This forgotten island, long. I will owe you my life, and you will be greatly rewarded.
Okay, Cirrus, I still don't trust you. I don't care what you have to say. Let's see what Akinar is saying.
Oh, my friend. Thank you for bringing the blue pages. Listen. Convinced that Cirrus is guilty. Do not release him. Will destroy me. Just the innocent bystander have been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. Confident you have observed his unbridled lust for riches. For remaining worlds. Some plot was almost perfect. Blow to father. He tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I did not murder father. Bring me the remaining blue pages, please. A liar. A fool and a liar. Be freed, or there will... From the last age of Myst, I must be freed. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
Okay, I don't think I trust Akinar either. So let's go visit this. We actually have what we need, by the way. I've turned on all the markers. We could go over here. We don't even need to visit that last stage, but we're going to, because we want to do it complete. But it said turn off this one. Turn them all on, turn off this one. And look what we get. A white page. Inside. Okay. Inside. We have a book we haven't looked at on here yet. It's this book. And look at this. It gives you all these different configurations. I know which page it used to be and which configuration it used to be. But I'm not sure, because we're doing random puzzles, if it's the same one as I'm used to. But we have a white, oops, I meant to stay in here. Let's close the door. If I can hit the thing. And we need to set our map to where it's going to turn red again. Oh, I turned it off. Huh. Okay. Open the door. And let's go turn it back on so we can get our clue. Gonna run. This rocket ship is cool. I happen to have a model of it, which is really nice. Okay, we've turned it back on. Let's set our map. Now we can see the rocket ship. There we go. We're going to get a clue about the rocket ship. Up we go. We're going to go to, I think it's pronounced Selenetic age. $60 volts. Okay, see, that is different. It used to be 56 volts. So now we need 60 volts. And where do we need that 60 volts? The rocket ship. We're going to power the rocket ship up to 60 volts. We need one other small clue to complete this. And I only know that because I've played this before. And that is in the bookcase, which we need to open up. Okay, I'm getting myself turned around here. There we go. And I believe it's this one. This, whoops, the Selenetic age. Just rushing through all this. It shows our rocket ship. There it is. Because we need to know, if you know music, you know what those notes are. So number one, let me turn the page here. I'm running out of room on my page. Number one is, turning this around in my mind, F sharp. Number two is the B. No, that's E above. Drawing's a little rough to read. 3 is the E below. 4 is, I play the piano, so this makes it easier for me. A. And 5 is B. Okay. Those were important to know. I just have to remember the two E's. E above. I think I'll write that down too. E above. They're numbered like 1, 2, 3, but I'm not good enough to know that. And the E below. All right, let's go take care of that rocket ship. But look, there's a power cable coming from the rocket ship going along here. There's a ladder. Let's go up the ladder. And a switch. But we didn't power it, did we? Let's go back down. And follow that cable because we need to power our rocket ship. And that is the 60 volts. Right in here. And all my old notes do not apply because now instead of 56 volts, we're going to do 60 volts. Power to ship generator switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here they are. That one gives us 10. So I like to make note of this too because we've got to add this up to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. The second one gives us 7. This one gives us 8. Oh, excuse me. This one gives us 16. And this one gives us 5. One. 2. 22. 19. And 9. Okay. I am going to do 19 and 1 is 20. We've got to get up to 60. 22 gives us 42. 16, 58, and now we only need 2. And we're at 60. Okay, we got an achievement. Journeyman Electrician. That wasn't too painful. Let's go flip our switch and power our ship. There was a puzzle in Real Myst that involved right here, and you could go to Rhyme. But it doesn't seem to be in this one. Now we should have power to our ship. I kind of expected more out of that. But it did say 60. And we got an achievement, so... And I hear humming. And here is why we needed those numbers, those codes. Okay, so 1 was F sharp. 2 was the E above. 3 was the E below. 4 was A. And 5 was B. Okay, let's listen to 1. That's what we want. We could even count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 up. But it's easier to go by the sound. Okay, so listen to that again. If you're not able to hear the sound, that's where the steps come in handy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that should sound the same as this one. And it does. So 2 was the E above, or 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, or 24, if you're not good at hearing the sounds. So, wait, let's listen to that one more time. Okay. There's the F sharp. So it'd be F sharp, whoops, F sharp, G, A, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. So that should sound like E. And it does. So now we go to the lower E, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In case you can't hear that or you don't know music, you can just count it up to 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which should sound like, and it does. Okay, we're up to 3. 4 is A, which is 1, 2, 3 above 1, A, and 1 was 14, so 4 must be 17, since it's 3 above. You count every step, so 1, 2, 3, A. So come back over here. So that's the F sharp, G, G sharp, A. And that should sound just like it does. And then B was 5, which is only 2 above the A. So there's multiple ways you can do this if you can't hear the music, if you don't know music. A. Whoops, let's keep it on A. Whoops, I keep wiggling it. A sharp, B. Wait a minute, A. I thought I said it was 3 above. Well, let's listen. Nope, just 2 above. Okay. So that would make the last one 19, if you're counting from the bottom. Okay, let's pull the lever and see if we got this. We did. Perfect pitch. And look at that. That's where we're going. The Selenetic Age. Here we come. Okay, here we are. Back on the rocket ship. Well, geez, if I could hit the button. But we're not on Myst Island anymore. This is where sounds are very important. We have this building, and we have these. Different sounds. Okay, and a button. Each one's got different sounds. And that's, I'm sure, going to open the door. So, let's go up here, the first set of stairs we see. And what do we have? The sound of water and a blue page. We want those pages. Okay, the sound of water. Turn that on. So we'll be able to hear the sound of water. We'll go back, and let's go up this set of stairs. And it's the sound of wind. Turn that on. Wind. Over here we have a clock ticking. So the sound of a clock. I swear this used to be bigger. We used to have to go farther between things. A red page. And kind of a whistly sound, like the crystals. Okay. Let's continue around the island. And what do we have over here? Another sound of wind. And a ladder. Ooh, and that turned on the lights. Bats. We don't want to turn the lights off. And we have this. Okay, let's have this. Turn our direction and see if we can't pick up the sound of water. It was by the ship, wasn't it? That's the sound of wind. We want the sound of water. Which apparently isn't where I thought it was. Oh, it's showing us the order of things. Okay, first let's find our sound of water. Nope, I have to use these. It was easier in the other one because you had the little arrows directed you to which way you wanted to go. Is that it? That's the clock. All right. And that's air. Where's our next one? That's the crystals. Why am I having such a hard time finding the water? Oh, there for a second we had it. Okay, there's the water. I have to differentiate which air is which. We know the clock was back here. Okay, there's the clock. And the crystals right there. That's the bigger sound of air. Let's see if we've got this correct. Let's see what order they come in. I've got my pen and paper ready. Well, that was interesting. If I've got, I might have my air sounds wrong. Let's go back and see, because we're right next to one of the air sounds right there. Would be easy to get to. A little bit of silence for a moment is nice. Okay, so this big hole is actually this softer sound. Let's run over here. That's the crystals. The clock. Okay, and that's the harsher sound. All right. Luckily, it's not as far as to run as it used to be. Whoops. Because we want to make sure we get these sounds correct. Back down the louder. Through the passageway with the silence. Up the ladder. Okay, so this sound is actually the harsher sound. It's over here by the ship. Yep. And this sound, let's go this way. Is this it? It's kind of the sound we keep hearing right now. Now let's push this. Water, crevice, clock. Okay. So it's water, crevice, the whole wind, I guess to call it, the clock, and then the crystal. This is all changed up because I chose the random puzzles, so I need to figure it all out. Let's go back over there to that building and let's see if we can match our sounds in the right order. Run the circuit on around. This is where we want to be. Okay, our first sound was the water. Right there. Our second sound is that crevice sound, which is that softer whistly sound, which I think we just had. Our third sound was that, wait, no, the crevice was the wilder sound, huh? The harsher sound. Not that. That's the clock. It was that sound, wasn't it? That one there. Okay, so we got our water, our crevice, the softer whistle, and now we need the clock. Was that the clock? Back to the water. That's got to be the clock. And then we need the crystal sound. Wait, there's the clock. Yeah. Okay. And the crystals. So we have water. We have that. Soft sound. Clock. Crystals. Well, I think we're ready to go. We did it. We opened the door. Now, remember those tower rotations, compass points? This is where we're going to use those. And this is where I hope they didn't change things out when you use the other compass points. I'm just going to walk around here just because I like exploring. It's kind of cool. They've really changed the look of this little train thing. And it is very cool. Look at that. Wow. Very, very cool. Let's go in it. Oh. We have both pages. So yeah, all we want to do is get back to the Myst book. North. down, okay. To the track. Now, do we have a choice? That dead ends. That dead ends. That dead ends. We have all the compass points. And they all dead end, except for going north. So we're going to go north. And that's the sound it makes for north, the little dinky sound that we're used to. So let's go forward. Listen carefully when we stop. The bird sound, and the bird sound was to the west. I'm going to confer with my notes and double check that, but I'm pretty sure yes. So we want to turn this until we're going west. We're going to go along and we're going to listen carefully when we stop. We heard the bird sound again, so we still want to go west. Bird sound again. So we go west. I like that they added that button so you can check yourself. That didn't used to be there. Oh, listen to that. It still says west. But this says north. They've changed it, haven't they? Now south is the only way we can go. Was the bird sound, and it says we're heading west. They have changed this. I'm gonna get us lost. Southwest, we can go west. It's still making the sound of going west. Let me see if we go over here. Yeah, it's still making the sound of going west, which always before meant go west. So let's go west. according to this, we should go west again. Okay. Now we heard the dink, which means go north. Okay, that was a dink and a whoosh, which means northeast. Because east is a whoosh. Hear it together. So northeast. I'm glad they repeat. So that's just east now. Yep, it was that sound alone. That's the east sound. And that was the dink, which means go north, right? Yep. So we'll keep going north. Okay, we heard a dink and a whoosh. Yep, so northeast. Hopefully we're not just going in circles. And that was a clunk and a whoosh. So that would be southeast. East. Southeast. Southeast again. Look at this. This looks like the end of the line. Let's go check it out. Hopefully, we'll find us a Myst book. The music is encouraging. Okay, we finished that one. Let's go see what they have to say. We will start with Cirrus.
Each page I can see you more clearly. Soon.
We don't want to hear that again. Let's give them the new page.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations, you've become convinced that my wicked brother Akbar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. whose father was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Achenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page, and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library, which is mostly burned, but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
Okay, he sounds like a car salesman, doesn't he? He's a little oily, smooth talker. Let's go see what Achenar has to say.
Hello, I'm Achenar. I'm glad to see that you have returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cyrus who did this to me. Cyrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. I warn you again. He is a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. It began when my brother Cyrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded up riches for himself. While Father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. I hated him. And then Cyrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forests. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn my father. And when I finally found him, there was Cirrus also talking cleverly with the lying tongue of a serpent. He convinced father that it was I who had destroyed the ages. He convinced father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he had planned, and his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies. And so, in dying, father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you, what I say is the truth. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father's wrongful murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It is the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Take only the blue page and return it quickly to me. Oh, and do not touch the green book. It is a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
And I'm not sure I trust him either, but let's go find this book they speak of, which we already looked at once. This one here, page 158. We are going to copy down that pattern. It is a 6x8 grid. So we want this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm only copying it down. I know the pattern just in case it has changed. And I think it has just a bit. Just glancing at it like I have. So just indulge me for a moment as I copy this down. Page 158. I could take a picture of it, but I'm not sure how that works. And I am old school, so I'll just copy it down. And we will have it. Then we are going to enter the fireplace. Working in the semi-dark here as I try to copy these down. Okay, I think I have the pattern written down. Let's go to the fireplace and put it in there. This cool fireplace, I like the way they changed it. There's a green book in here we don't want to touch, they say. So they tell us. Do we trust them? Look at there. There it is. Okay, let's copy this pattern. It was this one. Whoops, good. It's holding still. This one, this one. This one, this one. That. And that one. This is a different pattern than from the original. So if you've played the original and you can do the original puzzles and nothing changes. But I like doing this. And then these two here. Let's make sure we have it all. We do. Okay, we opened up. There they are. Red pages, blue page, green book. Let's touch the green book. Look who we have.
Who the devil are you? Don't come in at Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friends. You no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I fear you met my sons, Cyrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cyrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged for access to those books, and of course, I denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. They used their own mother. Oh, my dear Catherine, to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you. Have you found the missing page? Oh, come. Come on, then.
stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now.
I forgot my mic was off. So we trusted Cirrus? That was a big mistake. Big mistake. Look what he's doing to us. He called us a fool. Oh dear.
I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it.
In the fire, the flames of hell. After all that effort.
You're getting less clear. I hope you're into books.
Oh my gosh, he's evil. Evil.
The library looks much the same as I left it.
Luckily we did save it before we did this ending. And
goodbye.
Oh dear. Goodbye. We will be stuck in here for eternity. Not a good ending. And no, that's not the ending we wanted. So let's load our saved game. Yes. And try again. We do not trust Cirrus. Never trust Cirrus. Okay, let's go out. Let's see if we can trust Akinar. Probably not, but we want to see what that ending looks like. So we're going to... Oh, Cirrus, no. We tried you. We're not going to try you again. Let's check out Akinar. Maybe he's the one we could trust. I'm free.
Oh, yes. I feel alive. How do you feel, my friend? And what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for.
Oh boy.
Oops.
Nope. He was no better than his brother.
Perhaps you sing the world from my point of view. Oh, yes. Oh, Cirrus. Cirrus. Maybe someone will rescue you someday.
Maybe.
Yes. Yes. You lose.
Oh dear. And here we are, trapped forever. Once again, we knew we couldn't trust those brothers, didn't we? Okay. Well, shall we try it again? Let's go back where we were. And let's go to Atris. And there's
Have you found the
Atris.
missing page? Oh,
Come on, then.
Okay, we're going to go with the white page because we have it. There is an ending where you go without the white page. But I can't do that ending because I have the white page. But in that ending, Atreus becomes angry with you because you didn't bring the white page. And he tells you that now you are both stuck forever right here.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page?
Well, yes, we brought the page.
You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
Okay, I hope you do. Well, the book stayed here, but we can't use it. I hope he's not going to leave us stuck here forever. Would Atreus do that? I don't know. He just might. All of these are blocked off. Oh, he just came back. Yay, he didn't strand us.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, and a reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst and the books that are contained there. Feel
That's
free to
it?
explore at your leisure. I hope you find your exploration satisfying. You'll no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more thing. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, I'm afraid you'll enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you.
Okay, well, Atreus.
The book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
Thanks a lot, but what if I want to return home? Well, we'll go back to Myst. It's better than being stuck here forever. I think a better reward would have been to return me home. But okay. Here we are. We have done everything. The next game in line is Riven, in which we go to free Catherine from the imprisonment by Atreus's father Gen. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little playthrough. It was a little different than the original Myst, and this is the new one, all prettied up. So I kind of like it. I'm not sure about the CGI characters. I kind of liked seeing Rand Miller playing Atreus and Robin Miller playing Cirrus, but that's okay. It's still basically the same game. I'm glad they randomized some of the puzzles, so it was a little bit different experience. And I hope you enjoyed and that you will join me in the next adventure. Until then, bye-bye.